After a year hiatus, I am back to take you on my first solo backpacking trip. I will be spending one night at Wildcat Camp, which is in Point Reyes National Seashore near San Francisco, California. Good morning. I'm out here at the Palomarin Trailhead in Point Reyes, and I am going to hike out to Wildcat Camp for one night. It's my first solo backpacking trip. Gonna go check out Palomarin Falls today during low tide, and it should be a relatively easy, quiet, relaxing trip. It's about roughly 14 miles. I think it said 13.7 on all trails, but can we really trust all trails? So probably guessing about 6.5 to 7 miles to the actual falls. I think Wildcat's about 5.5 miles in. Let's get going. All right, little car, I'll be back for you. Back in March 2023, me and the HTC crew went to Lost Coast. I had some amazing footage, and it was a pretty epic time. It was right after all the flooding in California, so there's nobody else out there. The creeks were really high. I mean, I got awesome footage for you guys. The last creek crossing at Black Sands Beach, I skipped through it, and when I skipped through it, my phone fell out of my pocket and washed away into the ocean. So that was very disappointing, but the rest of 2023 was absolutely filled with chaos. I moved twice. I changed jobs twice. So now it's 2024. I have a very cute little apartment and a very nice job that I busted my butt to get. Don't ever give up. Not sure if I've seen these before. You guys will have to comment below if there's another video that I had these in. Mars lettuce. Mars lettuce is so good. I've actually always loved it, even when I was a kid. This is Wildcat both ways. Which way should I go, guys? This way? This way. I think I'm gonna go this way and then come back this way because it loops and there's a lake. And tomorrow might be a little bit wet when I come out. Hopefully not too wet, but I'd still think that passing by the lake would be really nice. There it is, guys. Stinging nettle. Bunch of crap on your butt. Get out there, guys. Look at all the stinging nettle, guys. This is why you gotta be so careful. This stuff, once it gets into your skin, it's like fiberglass. It itches. It's no good. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of regretting not going the other way. You know, another thing is someone rides their horse through here, and the horse isn't used to stinging nettles. It would very much so spook it. I think I got through the worst of it.
camp 6 is better. I'm gonna wait until a little later to fully set up to see if anybody actually shows up. And if nobody shows up, then I'm gonna take that spot. I'm gonna eat some chips. I'm hungry. And some of these raspberries. I'm gonna pack everything up as far as food-wise and put it in that food protector, because there are some evil raccoons that like to come and steal people's food and just tear apart their stuff for it. So anything that's food related, chopsticks, anything that might smell, just put it in that box when you come. This is the campground. And then here's a herd of Tule elk. Go iPhone, this is surprisingly really good considering how far away they are. I gotta get to a waterfall. I can't believe how much this has changed. I'm not surprised. This area isn't really the most stable. Well guys, I got as far down as I felt comfortable with high tide coming in and it being a high surf advisory, so this is what I got. To kind of sit down for a second, take a breather before I start to set up camp. Kind of really bummed that I didn't make it all the way to Alamere Falls, but I did get to see it. That's the thing, you know, when you hike alone, you have to be a little bit more careful. I didn't see anybody else down there at the falls, and I would have been the only person on the beach. Tide was coming in a little bit faster than I anticipated. There's supposedly a high surf advisory for tomorrow, so I don't know if that would affect today, but being that I'm alone, just didn't feel like risking it. You know, I'm having a good time just being here and taking video for you guys, and it's kind of a good chance for me to sit and reflect, and it's nice. It's kind of nice to just do a solo trip. I like solo day hikes, but this is the first time I'll be doing an overnighter, and I am really happy I'm doing it. I think that it'd be nice to know that I got myself, and I know that I got myself, but this is a good moment to really put it to test. It smells like home. Oh. It's funny how when you camp a lot in a particular tent, sometimes when you set it up, you instantly get exhausted just because your body knows, like, oh, that's mean, so we're gonna get to rest tonight. Association. Body associates sleep and rest with the tent.
What is going on? It's like something over here. It's spooking the elk. And I'm pretty sure these are just normal deer. Maybe the elks aren't a fan of the normal deer. Oh, he's chasing the deer. Oh no. I don't like the deer. It's not looking good for the deer right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. that season. I'm guessing it's that season. What is going on? He's got the zoomies or something. Really flowing. Super wish I could have got all the way out there. But I'm alone. We don't do risky things when we're alone.
I slept so cozy last night. It was super warm. It's really nice. Wheeling myself out of bed. It's kind of drizzling. I'm wondering if I could make a morning walk to Palomarin Falls before I pack everything up. Down to the beach and see what it looks like down there. The waves look too crazy. I won't go down there falls otherwise. See what happens. Hopefully just a drizzly day out of here, which isn't too bad. Kind of nice actually. Waves. I think I'm gonna skip Palomarin Falls this trip. Yeah. There's big ones back here. Guess I better get all packed up and out of here. I had a really good time. It was really peaceful, and it was a good opportunity for me to sit with my thoughts and maybe get a little bit closer with myself. I'm really happy I came out here and did this, and might be going on some more solo trips in the future. Who knows? Let's see what happens. About a mile up the trail, decided to take a little break under this really nice pine tree. Catch my breath a little bit. It's definitely coming down, but it seems like there's moments where it kind of peters out a little bit, but getting soaked, but I'm warm, so that's really good. Sometimes when I'm in rainy situations like this, I just like to think that I'm either hiking Lost Coast or hiking the Appalachian Trail. Look who else decided to take shelter in the pine tree. These guys are everywhere. Sir, on this fine rainy day. Excuse me. Look at all this miner's lettuce. You can literally make a salad. Which side should I go on, guys? I'm gonna go this way. Not so bad. Good choice. Feeling pretty good. Oh, waterfall, so cute. I just hate that I have to walk through this area. Last little bit was kind of wobbly. I'm gonna bring my kayak out here. I have this inflatable kayak that folds down into a backpack. I should totally do that one day. be so awesome. 2.5 more miles of this hike. Going back to the car. I'm like a little sad. Almost don't want it to be over. Originally this hike was supposed to be 2 nights, but my friend is graduating from Chico State and her little graduation dinner is tonight. So trying to get back into town at a reasonable time to get cleaned up for that. But you know what? I'm just glad that I even did this, because it was questionable. Like, do I really want to go solo? And it's like, yeah, I'm glad I made this decision. So it's just kind of interesting how once I'm out here, you just kind of become one with the earth, as everybody likes to say, one with nature. It's self-centering. Definitely helping I'm saving up this energy for the work weeks that are going to come ahead. Hidden by high surf warning. Jeez, you can see him coming in from back there. I'm gonna jam the rest of the way back to the car. So, stopped in Novato at Sam's place. It's like a little diner here. And went inside. There was hardly anybody there. I sat there for a good 10 minutes and had one waitress walk right past me. Sam himself said he would assist me, and then he continued just cleaning the tables and
yeah, so I just left. I'm gonna go to the sardine can, which is in Vallejo. I'm really actually glad that this happened, because after finding the sardine can, it looks like that it's gonna be even way better, and I'm trying to get some good fish and chips.